Hey, what's up, everybody? It is Wednesday. Um, Happy Wilderness Day. Sometimes it feels like we're just walking around the wilderness, um, kind of looking for the promised land during the week. And Wednesdays, sometimes we feel like, all right, Lord, when are you going to show up, right? But it's currently 14 degrees, high of about 18. So it's going to be about 15 degrees colder than yesterday. It snowed last night, so I got some snow out in the driveway, which is what we're supposed to have here. Um, my wife was telling me that if the topographers drew the map correctly, my house would actually be in Canada right now. So, but that's all right. I call it Canada South, and but it's nice up here. It's nice. So I was doing a little research this morning. Vermont is the number one least religious or least churched state in the union. You would think like Alaska would be, right? Not part of the main body, but nope. I live there, and it, the it's Wise Voter was the first one that came up, and there's others, but the reason they give is people here are into um, progressive, what is how to put it, I think it was like progressive ideas of spirituality. You know what that is? That's the desert, y'all. That's the backside. That's the wilderness. That's what it is a lot of lost people and think that people that self-absorbed idea of a selfish, spirituality, or what's right in my own eyes, like in Judges. That's what it boils down to. Um, we a lot of times we think we're right, and so and a lot of times we're like, man, Lord, when are you gonna call? When are you gonna? Because right now with wars and rumors of wars and things like that, a lot of people are like, all right, Lord, when you coming back, man? Because like this is getting crazy. And seemingly, we have His word, but a lot of people feel like He's gone quiet right now. And I, I'm telling you, like he's not quiet. He's here. He's amongst us, and he's working, and he's working, and we, right? We just have to have um, a, the opposite of, I guess, the conservative view, and let God do what He does, and let's not resist Him, and let's do what we know to be right by His word, and not by what the world tells us is right. And that's kind of where we are in First Samuel chapter 3. The Lord, it says, the Lord has been quiet for a while, and he's they're waiting for the Lord to come. And why is He quiet? Well, you see what's happening is the people are kind of shifting away from God, doing what's right in their own eyes. The people are they've kind of picked up some of the false gods of the Philistines, right? The priests are stealing from the people. They're stealing God's glory, and um, God starts to speak finally, and um, it says in chapter 3, verse 1, there was no frequent vision. There was no frequent vision. He's kind of gone quiet, and then Eli, they're sleeping in the tent of meeting. Actually, they're sleeping in the tent, and it's getting late in the day, well, late in the night, it says the lamp of God had not yet gone out. The lamp of God, that gets put in front of the veil, right in front of the veil of the holy of holies, in front of the holiest place, and it's lit from evening to morning, so it has not yet gone out. So it's probably getting close to dawn, like it's close to the new. Well, actually, their day starts at night, but I'll say it's close to the new day. The sun's about to come up, right? And still the night when we're least expecting it, right? That's why the police, they raid houses at that time, because it's when everybody's like that the quiet has come, right? The actual in rest moment has come. And then so he hears a voice, boom, and the Lord called Samuel, and he said, "Here I am," and ran to Eli, right? And he did it again, and Eli tells him, "Go lay down," right? And then the third time he comes, he Eli perceives it, says, "All right, now if he says, if he calls you again, that's the Lord. Now you're gonna have to go speak to him." When we hear the Lord, y'all, when we hear the Lord, and sometimes we do need people to confirm it for us. Okay, sometimes we do need a spiritual father to confirm it for us, right? And so sometimes, um, it's a surprise. Sometimes it's a surprise when we're not expecting it, and so we need God to use a messenger, to kind of confirm it for us. And the Lord came and stood. Okay, calling as at other times, "Samuel, Samuel." Now the Lord came and he stood. His presence is there. It's not he. You still hear him, but he's there in our presence. And Samuel said, "Speak, for your servant hears." When's the last time we told God, "All right, we're listening. I'm hearing you, God. Speak to me. Use me. Here I am, Lord. Use me." Then the Lord said to Samuel, "Behold, I'm about to do a thing in Israel at which the two ears of everyone who hears it will tingle." God's about to do something, y'all. I really believe, where I am, right, we're on the verge of a miracle, because God is he's pressing, and we are in that wilderness type state, and there is a remnant, right? And there is a remnant, and we're waiting, and we're ready. And though it may be a small remnant, we are there, and we're like, "All right, Lord, hear me." And then look what he says: "On that day I will fulfill against Eli all that I have spoken concerning his house from beginning to end. And I declare to him that I am about to punish his house for the iniquity that he knew." He knew, because his sons were blaspheming God and did not restrain them. That's a big old warning, men. Big old warning, leaders. Big old warning, Christian. Big old warning, Christian. Do we stand and do we let things happen when we know they're wrong, and we don't restrain them? Do we not chasten our children? Do we not discipline them? And I don't mean whoop up on your kids, but I mean steer them in the direction that they should go. What are we doing? What are we promoting? This progressive, soft religion, or are we standing firm on the Lord, and waiting and hearing him? And when he talks to us, are we listening? Are our ears tingling?